Understanding the dogs plays a large part in our ability to own and care for them correctly. But sometimes, all things about dogs are not always true. So get ready, as I've got for you 8 lies we all still believe about dogs. 1. They can't see TV screen. It is often thought that dogs are completely unable to perceive images on a TV due to their different experience of vision. However, this isn't exactly the case. CRT TVs, the old-fashioned kind, produce images at roughly 24 frames per second, which appears to us as a moving image. This is because we have a flicker fusion frequency, the number of frames we need to see in 1 second to perceive a film as continuous without flicker, of around 16 to 20 frames per second. In dogs, this frequency is much higher, around 40 to 80 frames per second. When they watch a CRT TV, they will just see lots of pictures. But what about modern TVs? The myth that dogs are unable to see images on a flat-screen TV is almost definitely false, because the number of frames provided in 1 second is much higher than the rate produced by old-fashioned TVs. Also, there is definitive proof that dogs are enjoying themselves in front of the TV these days. 2. They are colorblind. You've probably been told at least once in your life that dogs are colorblind, meaning they are only able to perceive black and white. This is, in fact, just a myth. Although a dog's vision does not enable it to experience colors in the way that we do, they are able to see some colors. Rather than a grayscale spectrum, dogs tend to see more in yellows, blues, and violets. This means that colors available in the human spectrum of vision, such as red, green, and orange, are not accessible for canines. In both humans and dogs, the photoreceptors in the retina contain rods and cones. However, what causes our vision to differ is the presence of a fovea, a minor depression in the retina, that gives us the ability to see with sharp visual detail. This isn't present in dogs. Nevertheless, dogs have some visual perks that we humans don't. In the retina of a dog's eye, there are more rods, the photoreceptors responsible for scotopic vision, which is vision in low light levels. This gives dogs superior night vision to humans. 3. The larger they are, the longer they live. Actually, generally speaking, the opposite is true. Although the average lifespan of small dog breeds such as the Chihuahua is around 14 to 15 years, the average lifespan of larger breeds such as the Alaskan Malamute is 8 to 10 years. This lifespan decreases even further for giant breeds such as the St. Bernard, as their average lifespan is just 5 to 8 years. This odd trend in lifespan is in contrast to almost every other member of the animal kingdom. The general pattern is the larger the animal, the longer its estimated lifespan. The world's smallest mammal, the bumblebee bat, has an average lifespan of 5 to 10 years, while the world's largest mammal, the blue whale, has a much longer estimated lifespan of 80 to 90 years. Scientists explain this trend by examining the use of energy. The body cells of larger mammals are slower and more efficient, meaning they last longer. So why is this trend reversed in dogs? Sadly yet unsurprisingly, the decreased life expectancy of larger dogs is due to how they have been bred by humans over the years. Larger dogs grow rapidly in their first year. Great Danes, the largest dog breed, develop 5 times faster than humans. Due to this speedy growth, large dog breeds also age quickly, meaning that their lives are shortened. 4. If their noses are wet, they are healthy. Actually, a dog with a warm and dry nose could be just as healthy as one whose nose is cold and wet. From day to day, the temperature and dampness of a dog's nose will change. This could be due to their recent activity, environment, or possibly other factors. The wetness and temperature of a dog's nose is not in the slightest a valid or even reliable measurement of its health. A dog with a wet and cold nose could be suffering from a serious illness, just as a dog with a hot and dry nose could be. If you ever catch your dog with a dry nose, don't be concerned. He's probably just been lying out enjoying the sun. So when should you be concerned about your dog's health? More accurate suggestions of health issues are your dog's drinking, eating, and behavior habits. If you notice a sudden change in their appetite or personality, you might want to get them looked at. 5. When they wag their tails, it means they're happy. This one isn't entirely false. When a dog wags its tail, it could indeed indicate happiness. However, this isn't always the case. Unlike humans, dogs do not express emotions through their facial expressions. They use their tails for this. The primary function of a dog's tail is to communicate. In fact, learning what different movements indicate could help you to better understand your pet. Some gestures are relatively obvious. For example, a tail tucked between the legs shows fear. But what about the wag? If a dog is portraying happiness, its entire body will move along with the tail. A dog whose tail is standing high and wagging slowly is actually indicating caution. If you are unfamiliar to the dog, this could be a warning sign to you to keep your distance. If the tail is lowered and wagging frantically, this could suggest that the dog is about to run or fight, depending on the situation. Thankfully, this works the other way too. Sometimes when your dog's tail isn't wagging, he could just be relaxed. 6. You should wake them up if they appear to be having a nightmare. Whether dogs dream or not has been an ongoing question. Although there is still no definite answer, the evidence points strongly in the direction that they do. Dogs show REM, rapid eye movement, sleep, which is the type of sleep that we have when dreaming. Dreaming is also linked with the process of laying down memories, which is something dogs have definitely proven the ability to do. So what about nightmares? For starters, we can't be 100% certain that dogs are able to have nightmares, given that we don't know if they dream at all. For owners who witness their dogs whining and twitching in their sleep, it can be quite stressful leaving them when they appear to be uncomfortable. Many owners take it upon themselves to break the canine free of its supposed sleepy horrors. However, this could actually be more stressful and harmful to the dog's health. Like humans, dogs require a certain amount of deep sleep to ensure good mental health and normal development. Dogs tend to nap between 14 to 16 hours every day, but very little of this is deep sleep. When a dog appears to be dreaming, it is most likely gaining some of that vital deep sleep it requires. So next time, just let them sleep. 7. They enjoy being hugged. This fact is a little hard-hitting for dog lovers. Between humans, a hug is a loving, comforting gesture. Displaying the behavior to our dogs is just our way of showing them that we care. However, dogs don't quite interpret the act in the same way. To dogs, the positioning of a limb over the body is a showcase of dominance, which makes the dog under the limb feel anxious. This is the action we use when hugging. In our attempt to show our affection to our buddy, we're actually portraying dominance in his eyes. However, this isn't true for all dogs. How your dog feels about a hug depends on his personality and interpretation of the action. If a dog has a nervous reaction to the gesture, he will demonstrate this by changing his body language. The dog may become stiff, close his mouth, and maybe lick his lip. This is an obvious sign that he is confused by the action, probably wondering what he did wrong. But don't worry. If your dog doesn't like hugs, it won't lower his opinion of you. Your dog still loves you. 8. Dogs eat grass when they're ill. It's commonly thought that the sole purpose of dogs eating grass is to allow themselves to be sick in order to purge something harmful from their stomachs. In actual fact, this is rarely the case. Less than 10% of dogs that eat grass appear to be sick. Sometimes, dogs eat grass due to a condition called pica, which causes animals to have cravings for anything containing nutrients and minerals they are lacking. Pica can also occur as a result of boredom, which can lead your dog to eating other bizarre things such as paint chips. Other times, dogs eating grass may be due to territorial factors. Dogs may eat grass to taste who has been on their territory. A more simple explanation for the behavior, however, is just that dogs enjoy the taste of grass. Like we have specific tastes that we appreciate, dogs do too. Grass may just be one of them. Either way, the idea that dogs only eat grass when they're ill is a misconception. And here we are at the end of the video. If you like what I do, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.